Telatalk Season 11 Episode 5.
We here.
We are back.
Only one of us is queer. We won't tell you who. It's a surprise.
No guest.
Finale surprise.
I feel like we had to say that almost every time because the niggas was mad surprised that we had a guest on the show.
Yeah, no guest this episode.
No guest this episode. The next guest you'll probably see is probably TSB, to be honest.
Yeah, no guest this episode unless you include my dog. Like
that's always a guest. That's the reoccurring guest on this sitcom.
She's basically Kramer of our show. Like, people applaud her when she comes on the screen. Yo, I never got that. Like, why would they applaud when Kramer got on? Did people like Kramer, like in the 90s?
Yeah, for sure. Kramer was definitely like, the wacko character that everybody enjoyed the most. I think him and George were the characters that people enjoyed the most. I don't think Jerry. I think all of them were, but I would say that for me, I like George the most.
Kramer was like the only one where like he would enter the door and they would have the studio applause.
Maybe I haven't noticed that, but I thought they applause for everybody to come on. To be honest,
Nah, bro, because they've only ever do it for Kramer, and it's specific. It gets more and more intense, like especially in season 5. Like, they be applauding everything this man does.
I haven't watched Seinfeld in chronological form in forever. Like, I've always just watched it, like, it's on. I'll just watch, see what episode this is. Speaking about some legendary shit, Big Sean's.
Hold on, no, relax. First of all, I've got more stupid shit to get through before we get to Big Sean.
Alright, get to it.
I was watching Spider-Man, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Best one. You
remember when he has like the really trash Spider-Man outfit and he's wrestling?
Yeah, when he was doing it for the bride, yeah.
Yeah, he needed like $1,000 or whatever the prize money was, and then there's a scene where he's like, he's running away because he can't fight for shit. He just has Spider-Man powers or whatever, right? And he's like holding on to the edge of the cell, right? And he's like looking down and he's like taunting the other wrestler. And he goes, "That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you?" And I'm like, "Damn, Spider-Man, you're on the wrong side of history."
Do you want to go read some of the old comics?
Nah, some of the old comics are like hilarious. I remember there's this old Doctor Doom one from the Fantastic Four, I think it is. No, I think it's also Spider-Man.
Probably.
Where, like, there's a villain that he turns himself into dinosaurs or some shit, or he turns people into dinosaurs, right? And then Spider-Man or whoever the superhero was, I don't really care. It goes, "You have this technology and using it to turn people into dinosaurs when you can cure cancer." And the villain goes, "I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs."
That sounds like a very deep cut. I've never even heard of that villain or whatever that person is.
If I find that, it's over.
Over for who?
The comic book industry. I think like I could write a pretty good comic. No, I don't think I could write a good comic, but if you give me
like a few scripts,
I could write a few scripts. Truthfully,
a few pages probably. 5,000. You can watch those the old Spider-Man ones. The old Spider-Man shit's on like from the 90s that I used to watch, the animated shit. You can watch them on Disney Plus. That's the last thing I was watching before I canceled my Disney Plus subscription.
You didn't watch Gargoyles? That's crazy.
That's the first thing we watched. What are you talking about? Steven still has it because he gets it for free. But when the first thing we watched on there was that in Tailspin, I think it was.
What is Tailspin?
Tailspin is basically the same bear from that one movie where it's the kid and the bear. I forgot what that movie's called.
Jungle Book?
Jungle Book, yeah. It's basically that bear, and he's a pilot.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What was that? Somebody peeing, nigga?
Someone's pouring me water. Thank you, assistant.
Damn, I haven't poured water in forever, nigga. Besides, like
into a cup?
Yeah, into a cup, yeah.
Wait. So what? What?
Bottled water, nigga. What you mean? Why are you so confused?
Oh, yo, honestly, I've been on a sustainability kick, bro. I don't even know what bottled water is, truthfully.
Yeah, bottled water is what I normally drink, to be honest.
Nah, let me tell you this, bro, because my shorty's super into sustainability and all that bullshit now. She got you know what a compost thing is?
I know what a compost is, yeah.
She got one, right? We be filling it up, banana peels, eggshells, coffee grounds, all that good shit, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it's lined with charcoal so it doesn't smell like shit. but it looks out of place inside a regular home.
Yeah.
So she put it outside.
Yeah.
So it's full of like fruit peels and like other shit. And she goes, you know what? I don't want it outside. I want it inside. It's full of ants. It's fucking full of ants.
I bet. And all the raccoons will get to it or some shit like that.
There's some possums out here that are starting to cause problems. I think they're unionizing.
So get the BB gun out and start yapping them niggas. That shit is simple.
No, honestly, like when you just said that, it sounded kind of fun. Like not off some like psycho. No, not off some psycho shit. But like, yo, you don't deserve to live.
We can get to some real shit. The Big Sean Detroit 2 album came out. AB Dash was excited for this to come out.
First things first, I want an apology from you because when we were going over the track list, right?
Yeah.
And we went over like the intro track, and I started like rapping what I thought it would sound like. Mm-hmm. And you said, that's not what it's gonna sound like. You must not be listening to Big Sean. And that's exactly what it sounded like. I thought it was the same thing. Why would I
thought that song was gonna sound like what what record is this? Let me see. I thought that song was gonna sound like, damn. Let me figure this shit out. What record is that sounds like this? Everything that's missing. I thought that was what that record was gonna sound like.
Cause that's missing. Oh, yeah, the Dwelly.
Yeah.
Nah.
I thought that what that record was gonna sound like, cause that's a bag that Big Sean gets into where it's like, you know, the inspirational bag, and I thought that's what it was gonna be like for sure.
I think Big Sean needs to slow down. Like, if you took all the BPMs from like all his music and put it down by like 20, he'd be a much better artist.
I think you are very right about that. To be honest, I'm tired of the fast rap shit. Yeah. I'm tired of that from everybody, not just from Big Sean.
And sometimes it's not even the fast rap shit. Sometimes the beats be like
too quick,
much. Yeah, like
maybe for us, but you know niggas fuck with that shit. You know niggas fuck with high BPM music and shit like that. I like more chill music. I like most def BPMs. Like I like that. I like Hove BPMs. I don't really like fast BPMs like that.
I fuck with Stevie Wonder. He had the worst story. I don't care. Erykah Badu had a bad story too.
Don't ever come up at Stevie Wonder like that ever again. That nigga is best artist of all time.
Best artist of all time, but he had a horrible story. Like, we don't care that you're on your porch playing music.
But
we know.
I guess we'll get to the fucking track list. Why would I stop? Record number 1. Do not like that record. Lucky Me, I actually like that record, to be honest.
Boo.
The part of that record that I don't like is the second half when he's speeding up.
Yeah, because I remember recalling people were talking about, that beat switch on Lucky Me is crazy. Like, oh my god, it's like beat switch. Like the beat doesn't even like switch. It kind of just like turns off.
Yeah, it just
turns to something else.
Deep Reverence is the Nipsey Hussle record. I enjoy that record.
Yeah, that one doesn't offend me as much as like Wolves.
Wolves is the worst record on here. Number 4 with Post Malone. That record is terrible.
Body language. Look, I said it before. Stop putting Ty Dolla $ign on songs with the word body in it. Well, even he couldn't save this one. He couldn't save it.
Yeah, I particularly like records, especially with Ty Dolla $ign and Janae. That seems like a record that I would enjoy, but this record seemed forced to me. I didn't really like that record like that.
It felt like a 2088 D-side record.
That's exactly what it felt like. Like I like the 2088 shit. Like it was cool. I fucked with it. But that was not what I like about that album at all. Yeah. The Dave Chappelle story. What were you gonna say?
Nah, I was gonna bring it into the story by Dave Chappelle. It's crazy how the highlight of your album is Dave Chappelle saying Admiral.
I like the Dave Chappelle story though. It's a good tie back. I feel like, you know, like everything in life happens for a reason or whatever like that. Like even if it's a small moment like that, you can tie it back to like this, kind of like that Duckworth record that Kendrick dropped too. Like I really enjoy that record because I like shit that ties back in. I don't know if that's from like time traveling movies or some shit like that, but like the whole butterfly effect shit
somehow.
I guess I think you took it a different way than I took it, but
shout out Big Sean's dad just chilling with Dave Chappelle for some reason.
That's a fact. Well, he worked at the Fillmore, nigga. What you mean?
Everybody's industry. He didn't have to rap for Kanye West at the radio. He just had to ask his dad, be like, "Yo, Hey yo, pops.
7, Harder Than My Demons. This
was a single. It's not. It's not as offensive as the other tracks. It's not that bad.
Offensive and like what do you mean?
Like to my
like
ears.
offensive to you. I was about to say. ZTFO. I don't even remember what that record sounds like.
It's Zen the fuck out. Yo, why
that record is bad, bro.
It's bad. Yeah. Why does Big Sean like swear that he's better than all of us because he meditates?
I don't know, but there is something to be said about people who I guess you can say can find the zenness or the peace. There's two ways of people who find that. It's like the people who don't talk about it at all, and then you just find out like by happenstance that they.
I was like, oh shit,
did they do it?
That's crazy.
And like and then you have the other people that just like tell everybody, hey, you need to do this, and
they make it their entire life.
Like this will change your life and shit. Like it's the same thing with niggas who go to the gym. There's niggas who post they go to the gym every fucking day, and then there's niggas who don't go to they go to the gym and don't ever post that they're at the gym.
They changed their Instagram name to Mindful Jessica, or like.
I feel like that was a straight shot to somebody for sure.
Yo, shout out Mindful Jessica if you're a real person. I just made that shit up.
Mindful Jessica is definitely a real person.
No, for real. Big Sean literally said, "You think if they knew I meditated, they would still hate me." Big Sean, people who hate you don't care that you meditate. It's not one of the things that makes people hate you.
I feel like now that he's I feel like I don't know if he started reading comments or some shit like that, but I don't know, maybe I guess he has noticed that a lot of people don't enjoy what he does. But nigga, for everybody, for a million people that don't like you, is a million people that like you. Like it's simple and plain. Like you can't just focus on the bad.
Okay. I think if we're gonna stay on that, even on Lucky Me, when he talks about like his heart problems and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And how he starts rapping about taking magnesium.
Yeah, the holistic shit. Yeah,
I was like, all right, fam, this is a great topic. This is something great to rap about. I think so. Like, I think you can make a really good song about this.
Yeah, because it's your life experiences.
Yeah,
that's what.
And then you turned it into, I meditate. Ooh wee.
This nigga hates the Big Sean meditates. maybe he is right. If you didn't know that he meditated, right, you wouldn't hate him. Then we got the record, Guard Your Heart. This is my favorite record on this album. I enjoy that record.
Even Anderson .Paak couldn't save this track.
Anderson .Paak did a great job on that record, nigga.
But he couldn't save the track.
I didn't mind that record. I like that record. I fuck with that record.
I think this is around the part of the album where I was like mentally not here anymore.
I agree with you.
Like after this, I was like in and out.
We can go to Respect It, Young Thug and Hit Boy on that. I don't
remember that song at all. I might have skipped it because like my hatred for Hit Boy and Big Sean together was like too powerful.
12 is Lithuania with Travis Scott. That record sounds exactly what I thought like that record was gonna sound like.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember it at all.
I would say this about this album.
It just hit me now that not hitting me, but like when it came on, is that they only titled it Lithuania because it's lit.
Yeah.
So there's that.
The only thing the one thing that I would say about this album is that there was a huge lack of direction in this album. 100%. Like it like I feel like if you would have kept the 3 stories with Badu, David, and Dave Chappelle and Stevie Wonder, and then made it a more short album, like 10 records, then this album could have been a lot better than what it was. To be honest, like you cut a lot of the fat out of this record, and I think it would have been good because the direction that he was trying to take it in with the Badu stories and the Stevie stories and the Dave Chappelle stories, if he would have made that and then just put records like Guard Your Heart and then Everything That Was Missing and give me like Lucky Me, like that type of album, I think it would have made a better album than what has come of it. Because then you have like People Hate Me, like in My Life Story records and shit like that, how I overcame things, and then you can have that following with Lithuania and stuff like that. I know that an album needs that, especially if you're trying to chart and you're trying to get numbers and there's a label thing about it, but this is what product you want to put out at the end of the day.
I think this is a mix of Big Sean having an idea, right, and wanting a concise like album to put out, because there's a full album here, right, with shit that we can cut out that's like excessive or not necessary. There's an idea here about him, how he's like overcome his anxiety and depression, how he's like done that in a non like in a more holistic and like non-traditional way, and how he's like becoming the person he is now. Boom, boom, boom. How he's overcome with love and shit like that. Even towards the end, you can tell this even by just like the song title, "Still I Rise," "Zen the fuck out." But then like, there's just so much stuff that like interrupts that. So much stuff that like is not necessary to the plot.
Yeah, it'll be like almost reading a book or watching a movie, and like, oh, right when the part is about to get good, they switch back to some shit that they never even referenced.
Right, like, Respect It, Lithuania, Full Circle, Feed, The Baddest. The Baddest is the worst song I've heard all year. Dawn
No,
Light.
that's Zen the fuck out, and that what was the other record? That Lithuania record and the Wolves Post Malone record is the worst by far.
Yeah. Take those out, and we can have a project worth digesting and talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like
God. The Baddest is so bad.
I feel like the.
Yo, that shit sounds like Chris the Man 280.
Nobody's gonna get that reference but me and you, but that is pretty hilarious because a few cuts of this sounds like that. Well, I'm not even joking. Like, I particularly like Big Sean's album. Like, there's a few records on there that I would like Detroit, the first album, and the last album that he dropped. Not the last album that he dropped. I'm trying to think.
Dark Sky Paradise.
Dark Sky Paradise was one that I liked. Hall of Fame was pretty good as well, but like since then, like I decided wasn't anything that I enjoyed on there. Double or Nothing, like there's nothing on there that I really enjoyed either. And like it's almost like as he's writing this music, it's you can't like. You can hate the art, but you can't hate about the shit that it's kind of shit that with Nas with me too. Is like you can not like the music, but the shit that he's talking about is important though, for real. It's just like you just didn't execute it correctly.
Yeah, I don't think Big Sean delves deep enough into the like. If we're gonna talk about he's a great rapper, right? I think he can rap. I think Logic can rap. I think Eminem can rap. I think Jid could rap. But I don't feel like they ever, for the most part, especially let me just talk about this project. I don't think that Big Sean, he just dances around the topics with rapping. He doesn't rap about the topics. You know what I mean?
I get exactly what you mean. It's kind of like the Bronson shit, where it's just like Bronson's gonna kill you with metaphors all fucking day, but he's not gonna talk about his fucking life at all.
Yeah.
Or like you're not gonna get any remnants of it. It's like that, but with Big Sean, he gives you a little bit, and then he takes it back right away.
Right, like he'll talk about it, but like not enough for like where I'm like, damn, he's really saying some shit. And if he's not saying shit, the raps aren't impressive enough to make me think, damn, he's really fucking rapping right now.
You know what I can compare this to from a conversation standpoint? It would be like me and you having a conversation, and you asking me like, hey, like how did your trip go or some shit like that, right? And I respond with like, oh, that shit was lit, and I get into a story, and they're like, oh, never mind, I shouldn't tell you that. Like that's what
that story's not for you.
Yeah, it's like fam, why'd you even start telling me if you knew from the beginning that wouldn't be something that you wanted to speak about?
Right. Or even saying like, yo, it was lit, and like, oh, what'd you do? I was like, man, we went to the library. I had the soda pop.
Well, you know,
like,
even
right, what was lit about it?
Yeah, but that's my point. Is like even then, I'm giving you some details to it. So it may not be exactly what I described it to be, but I gave you a description of it.
Word. You know how Big Sean raps? You know what? In TV shows, when they go to a therapist, right?
Yeah.
And they do like word association, and they go, all right, when I say something, say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
That's how Big Sean raps. Like I feel like he finds the first thing that rhymes, and he's like, all right, that's it, and then he sticks with that, and then he builds around that.
I do get what you're saying. Like I think people would take this and like, oh, like we just shitting on Big Sean and we don't like his music. I particularly like some of his music, but it's not like, but I don't like this at all. Like this album wasn't good. There's a bunch of shit that I would have cut out of this album, but I see the direction that he was trying to get into, and I just feel like it wasn't executed. Like it was just a good plan, but it wasn't executed well enough. Right. Like I feel like that's where a lot of people fuck up. Like you can make a great collection by one shirt, and then nothing on the other side of that collection by that one shirt is like interchangeable. Like it doesn't fit into what you actually wanted it to be like.
And I think people will place Big Sean like in that tier just below the big three, and I've always like sort of like accepted that in conversation. I was like, all right, I can see why, because he has the appeal, he has the sales, and
yeah, the sales wise, yeah,
he has bodies of workout.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like what? How many albums in? Like
maybe like 7,
3, 4, like real albums, like studio albums in.
Yeah,
and like, can we?
He's
take
more albums in than that.
Yeah, he has more albums. I'm saying like solo, because he has that one with Metro Boomin. He's got Hall of Fame and Finally Famous. Do we count Finally Famous, or is Finally Famous a mixtape?
I think Finally Famous is a mixtape.
Okay, well, if let's start it just at like fucking Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, Dark Sky Paradise, I Decided, and Detroit 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think those 4 albums put him in like the tier 2 of,
like, I agree with you 100%. But I think a lot of people base that off of numbers, and like, you know, like you said, like people know who the fuck Big Sean is. Like people are gonna know who Big Sean is, and Big Sean has a lot of fans. But if you're deeming this on quality, for me, I don't think that he's in that second tier.
Right, I'm with you. I agree. But he is projected to do really well with this, so shout out to Big Sean.
Yeah, 100%. Go get your bread, bro. Like, do what you do. I'm never gonna shit on a nigga shit to make money. Go ahead and make your bread.
I might cop some magnesium just based off this project. Truthfully.
Hey man, he had a point with that holistic doctor shit.
Nah, he does have a point.
You just have to go to the right ones. That's all it is.
I just wish that like that's probably gonna be a lot of people's like introduction to like non-Western medicine. They'll be like, oh shit, he just took some of what? So and then they're not gonna have any more info.
I guess, yeah. We can get to the next shit was, did you, I put this on here because I thought it was funny. Did you see the fucking Virgil G-Wagon, my nigga?
Bro, that shit is hilarious.
Like legitimately, like, there's gonna be people, so I've noticed this from, like, talking about Virgil and, like, the people who love his designs, and the people who just, there's gonna be people who love his designs, and there's gonna be people who just hate him just because it's Virgil. I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle, but I agree with this. This shit looks like a motherfucking Scion, my nigga.
Dog, it's like the Kia Soul type shit.
This is
that. Look at the fucking windows. It's like the NASCAR windows. Someone's about to like fucking rip your head off.
I think that's the approach that he was trying to do, because you know the whole deconstructed things like with Nike and stuff like that. But you just took all the lower out of the Mercedes and made it a little different. I do like some detail pointers that he put in there. Like he put the steering wheel from the Formula 1 cars in there. I enjoy that because I do like that makes it look like a video game shit to me.
Yeah,
I understand what you mean. Yeah. I like the inside of it too, like the gauges and shit.
I love how low it is. I love
do
the
not.
dash panel. No, I like how low it is. Right, I like the seats. The exterior of this fucking car is disgusting.
Terrible.
Looks horrendous.
Terrible. This shit looks like.
The shape is bad too.
Oh man, that shit looks terrible, nigga. I would never want to see a Lord G-Wagon in my life, my nigga. That shit looks terrible.
A Lord G-Wagon would be hard, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
This just reminds me of like the Dominican niggas in New York.
That'd be fire.
This reminds me of the Dominican niggas in New York. Like, they'd be lowering the fucking trucks and be having mass speakers and this shit. This looks like something I would see on Fordham Road or in Eastern New York, my nigga. Like, this is 100% something that I would see like that.
Would you prefer like a raised G-Wagon?
I don't like low cars in general. Like, even like
That's because the speed bumps in your neighborhood are deadly.
I guess, but even in general, like, nigga, you hit a pothole, you fucking out of here, bro. Like, your whole whip is fucked up. I don't like that shit at all. But yeah, I don't know. I think Virgil has good ideas, and like I think, you know, people have to break down the door for other people to do things. Like him working with Mercedes, like that's an iconic fucking thing to do.
What do you think the engineers did when they saw what Virgil drew for them?
I have no fucking clue.
Do you think they laughed, or they like were like, yo, why the fuck are we doing this?
I think that in those rooms there are a lot of yes men that have to pay their bills. So I think a lot of people were like, this is fucking genius.
They're like, yo, this is what we're building.
I would have more liked it if he would have just left the outer body of the G-Wagon the same, put a kit on it, and just deconstructed everything within the car, and did almost
they would have shit on him from the kit too.
I mean, no, that's what I mean. That there's always gonna be something that Virgil does that people are gonna be like, this is complete shit. And it's like, this is actually dope, my nigga. Like, what are you talking about? Like, just because it's Virgil.
Like
yeah, just because it's Virgil. They'll be like, oh, you like this shit, you fucking hype beast. And I'm like, my nigga, this shit is actually fly.
I was like, you fucking loser, virgin, idiot, boner head. There's no way you like this. I like it's real shit.
It's like the part of the fashion world that, like, thinks that somebody who likes the new Virgil shit wouldn't like a Rick Owens Archive 2005 piece or like a Raph 2003 piece or some shit like that. And it's like, oh, you can know about both things, my nigga. Like, it's just like music to me. Things. You can like Mos Def and like Drake to me. Like, that's very simple. I can easily see why you like them. Like, that's not.
You can have Nas and some 45 AR in your 645 AR in your top 5.
I don't know what the fuck 645 AR is.
You don't know about 645 AR?
Is that a rock band or some shit?
Nah, he's a artist. He got a song with FK Twigs out right now that's blowing up.
No clue. I guess you just put me on there. I for sure thought that was like one of those rock bands that we would go to. What is this shit called? The Crowbar, I think?
The Crowbar. No.
Yeah, you think the Crowbar is gonna survive the corona?
They actually are in big trouble because they held a concert, like a Moneybagg Yo concert, and
at the Crowbar?
Yeah, in like the outside area, and they got fined.
Oh, so that's where the Moneybagg Yo concert was. Because I was looking at it, because obviously, man, niggas from my neighborhood like fuck with Moneybagg Yo. Moneybagg Yo's dope. Like, he talk about dope shit. So
they had the flyers all over the city.
That's
hosted
crazy.
By the Cuban club. So.
That's crazy because I'm like, where was that shit at? I'm like, where the fuck they letting a club pop off? And why is Moneybagg Yo going to the club right now in the middle of Corona?
He gotta get that tour money, bro.
I guess there's a lot of niggas touring for sure.
Bro, he must be like the original tour. Right?
This doesn't apply to Moneybagg Yo, but this applies to a lot of other people's favorite rappers. I think now you can see who really has money, who does not have money, by who is fiending to go on tour right now.
Nah, he needs that bag, fam. They need that bag.
I don't know if that applies to him, but I've seen other people that you know, like some people are like, oh, nah, he got real bread, and I'm like, I don't really give a fuck if a nigga got money or not, but I think you can see the people who are fine and the people who are not right now.
Yo, I wonder what Vegas looking like right now.
Who fucking knows, nigga? The casinos are definitely open because the casino here is open, so the casino in Vegas are definitely open.
They allow smoking through the mask?
You know they're making masks that have the little hole in the middle to smoke? And then like you can cover it when you finish smoking.
That's wild.
Niggas gotta smoke that bad.
Yeah, they gotta get that cigarette in, bro. Truthfully.
Oh, cigarettes make my stomach hurt.
It just feels good to just kiss the filter every now and then.
Nothing. Not a worse smell on this earth than a nigga smoking a Newport, my nigga. That shit hurts my fucking stomach so bad, bro.
Wait, so let's say they open up a raffle, right? And it's $10 gets you 100 entries to win the Virgil G-Wagon. You entering?
What?
Are you entering the raffle to win the Virgil G-Wagon?
Oh yeah, because this is gonna go for stupid bread. I would definitely go into that shit. This while people make fun of this car, somebody preferably be an Asian person who's really into fucking Off-White will probably buy this car for like $1.5 million. Because it's a 1-on-1.
What if they do this shit like, you know how when you certain places when you buy sneakers they make you wear them out? What if you have to drive this shit for a year?
Can you drive that shit? Is another question to me. Is that just an art piece or is that actually drivable?
I think it's drivable. I think it's gonna be a horrible drive. I don't even know if it's street legal. I think that's a better question. Is it street legal?
Yo, my nigga, imagine a nigga driving around that car. That'd be crazy. That'd be a crazy sight to see, my nigga.
Imagine you see that shit at Whole Foods.
Just a nigga using that as an everyday. I would actually respect a nigga if he used that as an everyday. Like if you use that shit, like go to the gym, go to Whole Foods, go to Trader Joe's, go to your local fucking bodega and shit like that. I would fucking cry laughing if I saw that shit.
He's doing goat yoga in there. Yo, the type of person who buys that car definitely meditates with Big Sean.
It's definitely an art piece for sure. We keep it going.
Put that right next to the $8 million Dior Porsche.
Kim Jones has now been listed as the creative director. Damn, the creative director of Fendi Women.
This man is what's that guy who's got I got 10 jobs, I don't get tired.
I don't know who the fuck that is, to be honest.
Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates.
Yeah, Kim Jones is basically Kevin Gates. This man is doing it all right now.
I mean,
they're like, yo, Kim, people fuck with you. We're not gonna give you a raise or anything, but you're gonna do this extra work for Fendi. Is that cool? And he's like,
yeah. So
I guess
he's taking over.
But you have to post on Instagram,
Lagerfeld.
and you have to seem like you're happy about it.
I guess you're reading the message, aren't you?
What?
I'm thrilled. Welcome to Kim Jones of Fendi right now.
Bro, if you read this shit, he's not thrilled. He doesn't look thrilled. He didn't write it like he was thrilled.
Nigga, why wouldn't you be, bro? Thrilled. That nigga probably got mad bread from this shit.
Bro, I don't think he's getting extra bread for this.
He definitely is. Fendi owned by LVMH?
Yes.
He's definitely getting extra bag, like 100%.
No, I think this is one of those shits where, like, your boss sees that you working extra hard and he gives you extra responsibilities.
That is not how it works.
That's 1,000% how it works. It was like,
no way that works just like a 9 to 5 works. Like, okay, I'm gonna throw you some overtime, boy.
I guarantee you that fucking triple gajillionaire Bernard Arnold was like, yo, Kim, you're working hard. Here's some shit from Fendi to take care of. Also, post this on Instagram. Also, you're not getting paid more. Read your contract, bucko.
That would be an interesting thing to see. Is like, oh, it's in my contract that wherever they need me in LVMH, I have to do. Like, that'd be crazy. I don't ever see anybody signing that shit. That'd be ridiculous.
That's exactly what he's signing to. That's 1,000% what he's signing to.
Fam, you do not have information on this, so do not speak about this so fucking, like, matter-of-factly.
There's no other reason why he would do this, why he would, like, man 2 brands at once. This isn't like that isn't like a regular thing a human would do.
So what are you saying? He's a cyborg or some shit? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I'm saying that this decision was
forced upon him.
Wasn't made from him. Yeah.
No. I don't know. Either way, he's the person that's taking.
Bro, he said he thanked his boss by calling him Monsieur Arnold. You ever call your boss Monsieur? You fucking hate them. I don't care if he's French.
Look, man, I think you're lashing out your frustrations in your job on Kim Jones right now.
Yo, you might be on something. That yearly bonus not looking lovely.
No, I think a lot of people aren't gonna get the yearly bonus because we have been down on fucking profits this year. Like, okay, but he's the person who's taking the role. Hold on, he's the person who's taking the role after Karl Lagerfeld passed because he was the creative director of Fendi Women's. So I think that might be why that role wasn't filled for a while because I don't think you want to go behind someone who was a fucking icon and them passing, and then you have to pick up where they left off.
I think that just feeds into my idea that he didn't, like, sign up for this.
But
they definitely approached him and was like, yo, would you like to do this? You can't say no, by the way.
My point is, like, what other brand can this nigga work for? He worked for almost, like all the pristine brands he has already worked for.
Yeah, he has. And so he's earned it, like, his
100%. Yeah,
like I'm not saying that he's undeserving or that he's not talented or anything. I just really think that, like, LVMH was like, yo, do this. We need you to do this.
I didn't even think about it from that aspect. That could be a thing, to be honest. Like, I don't know how shit works in there, but I think, like, the only reason why I don't necessarily, like, believe it would be because I would think somebody of his stature has more pull than that now. But you can see people like a lot of famous artists that, like, have terrible deals, and, like, you're like, how the fuck does this happen? But it happens. It fucking happens.
There's just certain shit, like, in these deals that we don't always recognize, and probably even more in fashion, where it's like, I don't even know what kind of quotas. I don't know how you attach a quota to creativity, but they find the way.
Oh, 100%. They're going to find a way to make money. That's what they have to do. If they have to make 50,000 colors of the Balenciaga Triple S's, they will, nigga. They will. They will, 100%. Well, they are still doing it. And I'm like, who is still buying this shit? Fucking, keep going on that is, have you seen the craze of people who've been buying, like, mad Celine shit? Like especially the men's wear shit. Like I feel like that has boomed out of nowhere.
Older shit, right?
No, like the new shit.
No, I have not seen that. I have
Like,
not seen Celine pop.
Bro, like a lot of niggas that I know who like be into the fashion shit. Like Celine has been in the mix a lot. Like, not like I'm not saying like like the scammer niggas who just be wearing whatever rappers wear. I'm talking about like niggas who wear shit and then niggas wear it after them. They've been wearing a lot of Celine shit, and I saw that Celine had these men's sneakers that were not in the collection for the last one that we talked about. Yeah, in their campaign, that was actually pretty dope. And like I said, I like their jeans that they had before because it's the same jeans that Saint Laurent had before, just with less distressing on it. And I enjoyed that. But there's some other shit on there that I saw because
what's his name? What's his name?
Who? Hadi Slimane?
Guy. Yeah, there we go.
What
I forgot his name for a second. I think his name is just the big pull there.
Oh, 1000%. We talked about that from the beginning. Like that's what you're using because everybody loves Hadi Slimane's designs, and I think he just has a cult following of that. Like I like some of them, and then the other things I really don't enjoy because they're gonna be a little bit too like rockish for me. But the shit that I saw from the recent collections that they just have gotten in actually are some pretty dope shit. But then you have some shit that's kind of like I forgot what it was. I forgot what it said. It was like Celine loves something. Like those type of shirts.
Oh yeah, like the Forever 21 T-shirt.
Wow. Yeah, it's like that, like very fast retail shit. Like, but it's gonna be expensive and people are gonna fuck with it because it's like a logo thing, and like, oh y'all niggas ain't up on this, like da da da. Like Chanel does it every once in a while, but Chanel does it a little bit more tasteful. Like I got a Chanel sweater. Maybe like a couple years, like not a couple years ago, maybe like 3 to 4 years ago. But it was like a very limited run that they did for their men's collection. And Celine Chanel always does that shit where like they'll put out like last year they put like a tennis thing, but the sweaters are so fucking expensive. But this one had a astronaut on it. It was kind of like BBC-ish, but I fucked with it because a lot of niggas wouldn't have it because. Where the fuck do people know where to get Chanel men's wear shit from? Because it's very few places that you can get it from.
The flea market.
But it's definitely like that-esque that people are fucking with now. I didn't think that it was going to blow up as much as it did now, but people are fucking with Celine a lot.
Yeah, this is the first I'm hearing about it, so I'll keep my eyes peeled about like more Celine shit.
You'll see it.
Like, that shit was going to come and go.
It has not. It's like when the... Saint Laurent Crash DO2 jeans were out and shit like that, with like the chain on it and stuff like that. It's like that craze of it where I think a lot of people are going to start buying it and flipping it themselves because a lot of people are like fucking with the new Celine shit.
Every time that chains on denim becomes a trend again, I know fashion is dead.
I don't think that has come back, but I've seen it slightly. I've seen it slightly, and then I see the people that are like, "Yo, take the chains off," and then I see the people are like, "I like the chain on it." Like,
yeah, every time the consensus is keep the chains on, it's like, yo, I stopped fucking with fashion for a little bit.
I was gonna buy those jeans and cut it off.
It's like, yo, you pushed me out
because I like the distressing on it,
like
and it's good to watch.
Weltered or whatever that shit is called.
You can still take it off. Keeping it going, Telfair makes Luxe do-rags available on his site, I think they are. So he just... I think we've seen this a lot from people in our culture where they're making a luxury do-rag. I think
they open up that big-ass store.
Yeah, actually I was going to talk about that too. I forgot what the girl's name is or the brand is, but she just opened it. I've seen it on Twitter a few times. I've read an article about her making it.
I've seen it be getting a lot of support, which I fuck with.
Yeah, I fuck with. And I fuck with this one too. I think that, as long as you're from the culture and you making it is dope, like, I'm with it. Like, these Teflon ones are dope. They're $90. Like, I think that's, like, the going rate for, like, a Luxe, a Luxe do-rag. Like, I wouldn't mind copping one of these, like, one without the paisley, maybe the black paisley or some shit like that, but I fuck with it.
I guess the design aspect of it is, like, the extra long tail. I do not fuck with the extra
The tail's too long. I don't let the tail hang, though. That's not me.
Nah, I'm not a tail hanger. I'll tuck that shit in back when I didn't rock the baldy.
I don't. But the thing is, I also don't wear do-rags out. I only wear them to go to sleep. So I tuck my shit. I tuck it because I don't like to leave it out because then that shit makes the back of my neck hot as fuck, and then I wake up hot as a motherfucking like 3 a.m, like confused.
Yo, shout out Telfar with their White Castle t-shirt. I fuck with that.
They got a White Castle t-shirt?
Yeah.
I ain't even pee. What is that on the shit that we were just looking at?
It's on their site right now.
Okay, shit. I might have to fuck with some Telfar shit. I didn't know that he was starting to branch out. I thought he was only doing bags still.
Motherfucker got a White Castle t-shirt, and we're not calling him the GOAT yet.
How much is the tee?
55 beans.
Oh, that's a go. That's a go for me. That's a go. I'm confident. That's a go. I gotta support. He been doing a lot of dope shit. I gotta support. This is not at all what I thought the show was gonna look like, though. To be honest.
The White Castle?
I thought it was gonna be like a white tee. For some reason in my brain, I thought it was gonna be like white, and then like the little box white cat. Like for me, where I would have took this would have been completely different. I would have took the sleeve of the White Castle burger. Like when you get it. And it's like that blue and orange on there, and it says White Castle. I would have put it on a white tee and put that little sleeve in there by itself, and then just put that as like a tee.
I think Buddy's fearing the incoming lawsuit. It was like, yo, we protect our burgers at all costs. You know they cook them shits on top of onions.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
A lot of Smash Mouth burgers are cooked inside are smashed onto mustard.
Yeah, it's because to make them not touch the grill. I was like, yo. Make my patty touch the fucking grill, fam. Don't cook it through no onions.
Hey, that gives it that flavor. I've never eaten a White Castle burger before, but...
Never?
No, I don't eat burgers, fam.
That's not true. Yes,
actually,
that is true. I'm not going to put that on you.
You've never seen me eat burgers. I don't enjoy the likes of red meat like that. Pause.
This guy is the chicken sandwich king.
100%. I actually had... Do you want to review the Shake Shack hot spicy burger? I mean... sandwich?
I didn't have the hot one.
Oh, you had the regular one?
Yeah.
Oh, this nigga's homeless
in the mood for hot because look, let me tell you this, fam. I was outside, so it was already hot. So when it's hot outside and I'm not in DR, I don't want something hot. You understand me?
Yeah.
People understand because like when it's hot outside in DR, that's the best time to eat sancocho.
You fucking bugging the fuck out, nigga. I'm not eating sancocho when it's 90 degrees outside NDR with no fucking AC.
If you're not sweating into your fucking bowl,
no way,
then you're not living.
Okay, so, this might be exclusively only towards Hispanics or Dominicans, but have you ever eaten sancocho and had somebody in your family tell you that you cannot drink something cold after that because it's gonna make you what is it? It's dangerous or some shit like that.
Yeah. The common thing is like it'll give you a seizure or a stroke.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
I think what it is that they also do the same shit where like if you come outside from playing outside, like don't open the fridge.
Okay, that I actually know that to be true, but it's in extreme weathers. Like I know one of my uncles who takes hot showers. And then he walks into the New York like winter where it's like below fucking 5 or whatever, right?
Yep.
That shit will legitimately freeze the side of your face, like because you're going through so much extreme heat. But not fucking me eating a sancocho and then drinking some fucking water after is gonna do some shit to me.
Bro, I think that it's something to be wary of.
It's definitely gonna fuck your stomach up, though.
Like, look, if I have kids, I'm gonna tell them the same shit. I was like, yo, use this outside to open the fridge, bozo. Or, like, don't walk on the cold tile barefoot. You're gonna get sick, right?
That don't make no fucking sense.
But, bro, it do.
It does not make any sense to me, fam. It don't make nothing sense to me.
If we're talking about the hot and cold thing, you don't want to expose, to, like, your body to that quick.
Yeah.
Like, a difference in things.
Yeah.
That's why icy hot, it takes a minute for that shit to get icy and then hot, right? But with, like, if you're going to like
that's for people who don't
drink a cold cup of water after drinking some hot soup, your stomach is about to do a fucking backflip, my G.
Oh no, but I've gotten used to that. I also don't do it anymore, but I got used to it at a point. But for everybody who just like we took that super left turn from fucking Telfair to Sancocho, that's just some DR isms that I'm like just still baffled by that. Like people still like it's thundering outside while you're walking barefoot inside. Like huh? Like. Nigga, is this metal on this floor? I'm like, I'm confused, beloved. Like, what are you talking about? On to the next. It's Stussy Air Force Ones. I feel like Stussy been killing these Nike shits though, to be honest.
Yo, these look luxurious.
Yo, they crack, fam. These shits is crack. Like the all black pair, I'm not too fond of, but I feel like any time that they put out a cream shoe, I know that TSB is gonna like the black one of it right away.
He sent me the black one. I didn't even know there was a white one until I saw the actual post, and he was like, "Yo, these are fire," and it was like, "Oh, that's cool."
The cream ones to me always win. Always win.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know what it is though.
I like the cream. I just like the look of it.
Towards that, yeah.
Yeah, like I know black goes with everything, but cream looks better with everything to me.
I think so too. Plus, I think you can actually see like what the material is really like hitting for on the cream pair.
You can see a lot of the details, like in the back of on the back heel tab of it. It has I think it's the Supreme Worldwide shit that they have on the jackets normally. These shits is I think Stussy's been. I mean, not Supreme, Stussy Worldwide. But I think Stussy's been killing all these shits, to be honest. Like, I would be a little. I want them to slow it down a little bit, but. So far, they 2 for 2 for me.
Nah, these are hard.
With the Spearons and the Air Force Ones, they 2 for 2.
If they're like this right now, I think if this is the last shoe to close out the year, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
From Stussy and Nike, truthfully.
Okay,
this is a solid way.
Now going back to the Shake Shack shit, I forgot to talk about that. Going back to the Shake Shack sandwich, so they have a new spicy sandwich or whatever, right? I'm coming to think that I do not like spiced rub shit like that, to be honest.
What do you mean?
Well, that's like a Nashville hot type sandwich where they dip it. They fry it and then they hit it with the spicy rubs on top of it, like the cayenne pepper and shit like that. After, I like the taste of it more when it's cooked with it.
When it's cooked onto the chicken, onto like the
like and then before we'll call it the and then it's cooked and then it's hit on the batter of it. Like like I think I just prefer. Like spicy chicken sandwiches that we've had before, where it's just like it's in the batter of the thing that makes it spicy. I like those a lot more than these. The sandwich is okay. I would tell you niggas right now, Shake Shack's nuggets are trash. I don't know how they miss every time for me.
They're trash.
I don't like them.
My shorty's her sister had them when I went.
Yeah.
And I didn't even bother to ask her if they were good or not. I just trusted Shake Shack.
I don't enjoy them. I don't enjoy those at all. Like, anytime I've ever had them, they either been over battered, where it's too much of fucking fried shit on it, or like this, like, then the last time I got the hot ones, because they have the hot ones as well, the nuggets. And it was like, I don't know, the texture of it was hella weird. I feel like they always get too much oil in it. Like, it's not the same consistency that I would get from the chicken sandwich. Like, the chicken sandwich always is good to me, no matter what.
Nah, but I might have to go. My little cousin got a baseball game. We might hit the Shake Shack again.
Also, how many times have you eaten Shake Shack recently? Like in the last 6 months? Once. Okay, yeah, I've eaten it a little more than once. I feel like they have lacked on the cheese sauce recently, and I'm not a nigga who like really goes crazy for the cheese sauce, but like it's been like very bland the last few times that I've had it.
Oh, so not in the quantity of cheese sauce, but you feel like they're not making this, like the recipe's different? Or
yeah, it's bland. It's hella bland, bro. Like, it's not, there's no sharpness to it anymore or anything. Like, it's super bland.
No, I hate sharp cheese, but when I had it...
Do you? I love sharp cheese, nigga.
Nah, bro. Sharp cheese is, like, disgusting. Like, fucking cheddar is my worst enemy in the world.
I love very poignant cheeses.
Like eating paint.
I love very poignant cheeses, so we're different in that aspect.
Yeah,
but
I like more of like
the more
like a moisturous cheese.
Yeah.
Or like a more like creamy cheese, not sharp cheese.
I enjoy all the cheeses, but if I'm used to you giving me some of the same quality of food and it's not there, then I'm cool, fam. Like I'm straight on it.
I think that's like that's a life thing. Like if you're used to like such high quality, then such like when it's not there, the gap is so like apparent that it's like almost like, yo, I don't even want to eat this shit.
100%. 100%.
As opposed to like when you come into something knowing what it's gonna be like knowing it's gonna be like a 6 out of 10.
You give it high praise,
whatever, bro. Yeah, it's give it a 6 out of 10.
If you go into something thinking that something is a 6 out of 10, if that shit is a 7 out of 10 in your brain, it's really you give it an 8.5 out of 10 because you're so surprised at what the outcome is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like if Big Sean would have made that album half as good as what it is, we would have praised that album a lot more than what it was.
I would have had a Big Sean tattoo already.
Exactly. Keeping this going on Air Force Ones, Kith Air Force One, they released a New York release of the Air Force Ones. So the classic one. The classic Air Force Ones with the NYC on the back heel tab. I always enjoy those. I fuck with these. These remind me of the Air Force One Taiwan ones that they dropped not too long ago. These are
this man loves making Air Force Ones, and he's gonna do it till the day he dies.
Hey, look, fam. If we ever get the shot to make Nikes, we're making Air Force Ones, and a lot of them if we can. I fuck with Air Force One so much.
I like
but yeah,
I think translucent shit gets me every time.
I think that he bounced back from that last one. That last one I did not enjoy it. This one I fuck with a lot.
The fucking 50 color ones.
Yeah.
Different hits everywhere. That was different, yeah. These, I'm not the biggest fan of like the
patent leather.
The orange.
I actually like the orange.
The material of the swoosh, yeah, the patent leather in there, and how it kind of fades away is kind of cool. But like, whatever. This shoe is whatever to me.
You for real? I enjoy the shoe a lot. Like this would be a shoe that I will cop for sure for myself.
Nah, to me, I can see why, but like I wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't even like think about waking up early to get this.
Imagine waking up to get some sneakers. Putting this off here with Jonah being Jonah. I feel like Jonah Adidas is like, hey, you can have any shoe you want. He's like, let me do some sambas. Oh, it's like I feel like that's his vibe all the time. Like I want to do sambas with like a Stussy 90s skateboard hint on the back, but it looks like it's really good quality though, to be honest.
They're like, Jonah, you can have whatever shoe you want. We'll even get you your own shoe. And he's like, can I do the samba, please?
Yeah, like, but it looks like really high quality. Like the suede looks really high, and the leather looks really, really well done. To be honest,
the Brazilian's going crazy for this one.
1,000%. The Brazilian and the German niggas going nuts for these right now.
For real, yo, that's something that they got a mutual love for. The Brazilians and the Germans is the fucking samba.
The samba, man. The samba is such a classic shoe, but I can't pull off the samba, nigga. It makes your foot look long as fuck, like a chuck, nigga. Like,
because it's a fucking soccer shoe.
It is a soccer shoe, yeah. Niggas gonna love that shit for sure. Oh, also, don't get it fucked up. Niggas from DR will fuck with these too. Don't get it fucked up.
I almost said Big Sean. Jonah Hill is really in love with that fucking back stitching on the heel tab. Mm-hmm. He's like, yo, it's gotta have that fucking Jack.
I kind of enjoy that, to be honest. I enjoy it as well. As like if you have a very plain shoe, it makes sense to have like little detailing like that. I don't know why he just doesn't do the 3 stripes and puts that stitching on the side of the 3 stripes as well.
I think that'd be too much visually. Like if it's on every fucking stripe, I'd lose my mind.
That would be put like on the outer lining of every fucking thing. That should make it. It'd be too much. It'd be too much of a small detail. Sides,
yeah. That's not even a small detail. That's the whole design right there.
That's what I'm saying. Like
fuck with this the green samba. I'm not too mad at.
That's what I'm saying. I think I could see you wearing that green samba. The red one is like we don't like red like that, so I can easily see why we wouldn't cop that one.
I gotta improve my Portuguese before I cop this shit.
I think that's all we had for this week.
Yo, you like Bossa Nova?
Bossa Nova music?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to Bossa Nova music in forever, nigga, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I would have to go back and listen to it.
I think that's just hard, truthfully. Like, it's a fucking vibe.
Oh, last thing that we'll talk about before we leave. Kareem Campbell's on the new reboot of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, the remastering that they're doing. I guess he was one of the first people that Tony Hawk hit up to get on the show. On the game. What?
That's hard. I didn't know. I forgot that they were doing a remaster. I don't even know what kind of console that's going to be on.
I think it's going to be on the PS5.
Oh, that's hard. That'd be a really good game to like do the rollout with. You know how they always do that shit.
Well, you know for sure that a new Pro Skater is coming, so they're just getting you to buy this one, and then they'll probably give you this one, to be honest.
The new Call of Duty is going to be included in the package, and then like Assassin's Creed 36 is going to be on there.
Yeah, but he has a interview on. I don't know what this is. It's on YouTube for sure. That he has an interview about like the behind the scenes of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 remaster, and him talking about like how he first got on it, and like how he first got on it now, and like how his stardom when he was first making the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. He was like, I was already like, getting kind of big, because he has the Ghetto Bird, his own trick that he made up. But he was like, it started to get weird when little white Bobby started coming up to me at the airport, and his parents looking at me like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, Because, obviously, like, the kids play the video game, so they're like, I fuck with Kareem Campbell. I thought I was the only nigga who picked that nigga, to be honest. I used to pick that nigga all the time.
I wasn't listening to anything you said, so I wanted to bring this up. Did we talk about the Louis Vuitton skate shoe? We did, right?
Oh, no, we didn't. That's with,
Lucian Clark.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that shoe.
So, big ups to Lucian Clark. Super
That's
deserved.
a fact.
Skater for Palace. Like, he's super talented. Did you know that skateboarders don't care?
What do you mean?
Like, people who, like, real skateboarders, they don't believe in skate culture.
In what sense? Like, they don't believe that, like, there's a culture in skating at all?
They think that, like, the outer world, like, the outer world views as skate culture, like, doesn't exist. All they care about is, like, yo, can I go skateboard? And that's it.
Oh, I can easily see that being a thing, 100%.
Like, they think that, like, this $700 Louis Vuitton shoe, they're like, yay, big ups Lucian Clark, and then they just go outside and, like, do some click flicks. Like, they could not give a fuck.
Yeah, I completely understand that. Like, if anybody knows anything about skate culture, that's exactly what it is. Like, this isn't a culture, this is just what we do.
Facts. Like, they're gonna get their fucking Vans, and then they'll be straight. Like, they're like, yay, nice job, Lucian, get the bag, and then like, they're gonna do, like, a fucking pop shove it down a force there, and then call
Yeah, like, the one thing that you'll see them do is, like, make fun of everybody who's buying the sneaker that doesn't know how to skate, and they'll skate in the sneaker just as, like, like, punk rock move where it's just like,
oh
fucking
yeah, yo,
niggas.
I love when they fucking skate in, like, the off-white Jordans and shit, and the comments are like, no, why would you do that? Oh my god, and they're just like, oh, suck my dick.
You see all the time with Nike giving the skate shops a little bit more power where with the releases, they always, like, you always see, like, somebody that is, like, the guy from that skate shop that has been skating there for forever, skating in, like, the SB Grateful Deads or the Civilist SBs or the Metacon SBs or some shit like that, and, like, fucking them up. But that's their culture. Like in my head, I'm like,
people are like, no, why are you skating the skate shoes? No.
In my head, it's like, fam, you can make 30 racks off that shoe though. Like, it's cool to be punk rock and shit like that, but you could do something with that 30 racks, beloved.
Nah, I hear you. Once you're in that range, it's like, all right, bro, what are you doing this for? Come on.
Exactly.
You better have a second pair.
100%. Like, you better have backdoored them pairs or whatever. And I don't even mind the skate shop's backdoor pairs to their homies, because I am one of the homies. So, Telatalk season 11, episode 5, we are
Wait,
out.
Hold on, it's not over yet. I wanted to ask you something.
What?
I know this isn't from the logo, but who you got tonight?
In whose game? The Lakers in Houston?
Lakers in Houston, yeah.
Nigga, I put that bet through. Lakers -5. I'm winning for the chip, nigga. We'll update you next week if my ticket got busted or not. Telatalk season 11, episode 5. We out.